Hello and welcome. Today we will explore and understand study and memory techniques which will help students preparing for various examinations. Now the preliminaries. Gather all the required materials for study and then sit in a quiet and distraction free place. Then use PQRST method to study. That is, P stands for preview, Q question, R read, S is summarize, and T is test. So if you apply this method, you will be able to read much better, have get better clarity and understanding. Then make notes in your own words for the first time you study about a topic, and then read the notes instead of the whole book or the chapter that you had read. uh, so that will save you a lot of time. Now note, uh, before moving to the next slide, I want to tell you that acquiring new habits, breaking the old ones, requires time, efforts, patience, and self-discipline. So the study and memory techniques that I am going to give you are, get a bird's eye view. That is, before diving into a lot of information, get a skeleton or structure of what is to be learned or remembered. Organize information in categories. Look into summaries, tables, charts, graphs, figures, examples, and get an idea of what is important. Then be selective. The art of memory is the art of selecting what is to be remembered. Don't drown in information, rather, understand selectively. Look into the summaries, tables, charts, graphs, figures, examples, and get an idea of what is important. And remember those key ideas only. Visualize information. Try to imagine the information in your mind. Imagine in terms of fixed pictures or moving videos. Play with your imagination and be creative as much as you can, and remember the information by visualization. Next, be alert and relaxed. If you are free of tension, mind can create new connections with existing information. If you are not able to register information, take a short break for a few minutes and then continue reading. Next, create mind maps. Represent information through drawings, key ideas in the map format to remember. Suppose a chapter is 10 pages long, write it in a single page with the key ideas connecting with other ideas that are supporting them in a map format. That is the mind map. Next, identify key points. So, as I told you, getting the bird's eye view and then being selective, you need not remember word for word. Identify few important things and remember them, and the related information you will remember along with them. Next, read out loud. So, if you combine different senses together, that will help you remember better and have a better clarity and understanding about the subject. So if you hear as well as when you're seeing the book, so it becomes much easier to remember. It will work for some people and some people may not prefer it. So it's up to you to use it or not. Then write it down. This is the most obvious and less used technique. If you're feeling bored of reading, you can start writing. Write multiple times if needed without looking into the material. So read it and try to remember as much as possible and write it. So that will get you out of boredom or the laziness while studying. So yeah. Next, find a study partner. Discuss difficult topics with a study partner. Teaching is learning twice, so you can teach someone who hasn't already understood the concept, or you can discuss and debate with a study partner who has already understood the topic. Next, study when you feel most active. Uh, Depending on your peak time in a day, that could be a morning or night or somewhere in between. So choose a time when you are feeling most active and use that time to study. Next, take breaks. Experiment with short study sessions and medium ones and the longer ones, and choose a duration of breaks by experimenting. And what suits you, you choose that. So that will help you study better. Be open to all kinds of information. If you think something is boring or uninteresting, you tend to forget easily. Bring a positive change in your attitude that everything is equally important and don't approach with a bias that this information is boring or uninteresting and I'll forget it. So don't think it like that. Um, think you are improving day by day, and seek help from friends and teachers who will help you understand the topic and remove the fear of uh, being difficult topic and forgetting it. Okay, next, think of associations. So if you want to recall some information and you are not able to, so even after multiple times, so think of something related to that. Associate that with the key ideas that are you're trying to remember. That will help you remember that. Next, use learned information often. It's like this: use it or lose it. To remember anything, one should read, write, speak, listen, or apply it as frequently as possible. If not used, you will forget it. So revise periodically to not to forget the information. If you leave it for some time and then try to read it, you have to go through the cycle again to remember that. Be positive that you will not forget. So as I told you earlier, without thinking that you will forget something is boring or uninteresting, don't have a negative self-talk with yourself. That will become self-fulfilling prophecy. So instead of that, have a positive way of looking at it, and you will remember. So do your best, and whatever happens, let it happen instead of trying to think negatively. Next, the next for our memory techniques, one is flashcards, where um, you will remember formulae, vocabulary, short facts, definitions, and dates. In a short break that you get, you will look into these flashcards and you will remember. The next one is mnemonics. So to remember large amount of information in a list or ordered format, you will use mnemonics. It could be a song, rhyme, acronym, phrase, etc. So for example, BODMAS, PEMDAS, which you have heard or know, you use it for order of operations in algebra. So one more example is like pi. So 3.141592653. So to remember that, you can use a sentence like, may I have a large container of coffee? Thank you. Here, may has three letters, which denotes the digit 3, and I has one letter that denotes the digit 1, and have has four letters that denotes the digit 4, 3.14. So the other digits that are there are represented by a large container of coffee. Thank you. So you use some method to remember it, right? So that is the mnemonic. Yeah, the next one is link system. So associate something, some list of things in a story format. So you want to remember a shopping list. So remember it by joining all the shopping list items in a story format. Make it a creative story. So that will help you remember. If it is funny or silly, so that will help you remember even better. So next, method of loci or Roman room. So here you will remember a room, that is your room, where all the objects are in their right places. So you will connect those objects with the list of items that you want to remember. Again, remember it by associating them or relating the items with the objects in as creative manner as possible or as weird as possible. It will help you remember for a longer time. So now, uh, combine all these techniques of memory and the techniques of studying together, and uh, see, hear, touch, think, feel, and act to remember better. So a combination of all these techniques, whichever suits you or whichever you new techniques that you have, so integrate all of them, and you will be able to come out with better results. So now, thank you for watching. We hope you found this video informative and useful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you get more videos like this in the future. Thank you.